today we're going to be speaking about Megan Thee Stallion. She's been on the news lately because her and her label 1501 are having some beef. So just some background on Megan. She signed to 1501 around 2017, around late 2017, early 2018. And then she signed to 300 Entertainment in late 2018. So 1501 and 300 Entertainment are both independent labels. 300 is a little bit bigger and more experienced as a label than 1501. And also in 2018, she dropped Tina Snow under 1501, which of course, in my opinion, is her best project to this day. And then in 2019, she dropped Fever under 1501 and 300 Entertainment. Shortly after, she signed a management deal with Roc Nation, and now her and 1501 are having some problems. She went on live a few days ago to explain to her fans that 1501 is preventing her from dropping music.
When I signed, I didn't really know what was in my contract. I was young. I think I was like 20. And I didn't know everything that was in that contract. So when I got with Roc Nation, I got management, real management. I got real lawyers. And they was like, do you know that this is in your contract? And I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. No, I didn't know. So I'm not mad at 1501. I wasn't upset because I'm thinking in my head, oh, well, everybody cool. We all family. It's cool. It's nice. Let me just ask some niggas to renegotiate my contract. Soon as I said I want to renegotiate my contract, everything went left. Like, it just all.
And then she ended up actually filing for a restraining order against her label, which I actually never knew was possible, but like against the label? I never knew that was a thing. But yeah, the judge accepted her request, so basically preventing 1501 from trying to stop her from putting out music. And this is how we got Sugar, her newest EP, which we're going to be talking about later on. Yeah, Carl Crawford actually had an interview with Billboard where he spoke about some of the beef that's going on. So he basically called Megan a liar and delusional. He said that he believes the contract is a good contract because she got a good percentage of her royalties, which most new artists don't get. And that he wasn't the one to actually draw out the contract. It was someone that's currently on her team, whose name is T. Ferris. Him and her mother were the ones that drew the contract. It wasn't Carl Crawford, from what he said. He did agree that she did sign a 360 deal, but once again, that's because of the royalties. My opinion on all of this is that I do feel for Megan. I completely believe that the contract is bad. I don't think any artist should sign a 360 deal. I think it's not to their advantage at all. I understand why record labels want artists to sign a 360 deal, but I don't think any of them should. And I completely understand why Cole Crawford, in his eyes, thinks that this contract is good because she was a new artist. She was just starting up. The contract that she signed is kind of the standard shitty contract that all artists signed. But just because it's a standard contract, it doesn't mean that it's a good contract. It's still not a good contract. The standard doesn't mean good. It just means labels have had a history of taking advantage of new artists. That's all that means. I do feel like Carl Crawford, in his interview, what he explained makes more sense than what Megan Thee Stallion explained on her live. I feel like when Megan Thee Stallion went live, there was a lot of holes in what she said. Like, it seemed like half truths. Like, it didn't seem like the whole truth to me. So when I read his interview, it seemed more truthful. So although I do think that the contract is bad, I do believe that Megan did exaggerate the truth to make her situation seem worse than it was, so that her fans could be more on her side and trash Carl Crawford, which I don't think was right on her part. But yeah, because some of the inconsistency, for one, she said that she was 20 when she signed the contract. She was actually 23 because she's 25. She signed the contract 2 years ago, so She should have been 23, not 20. That's one. Two, she said that, after signing to Rock Nation, everything was good and everything became bad once she asked to renegotiate her contract. I find that hard to believe because we seen that there was some tension after it was announced that she signed that Rock Nation deal. Carl Crawford had made some kind of comments that seemed like he probably didn't know about this deal or that he wasn't in on the deal. So that's another inconsistency that I felt. Another thing was when she said that she went to renegotiate and they went with it. I found that hard to believe only because she's the most famous person in that label. So it would be to their advantage if they kept making her happy by agreeing to renegotiate. So when Carl Crawford said that they were down to listen to what she had to say, it's just that she didn't come to negotiate herself. She brought other people to kind of force him to renegotiate. That to me made more sense on why he was probably not too keen on renegotiating instead of what she said. So I don't know. To me, it was just a lot of inconsistencies. I do want her to get out that contract because I don't think that that's a good contract, but I do feel like she probably exaggerated the truth. That's just my opinion. Now, let's review Suga. First, let's start with the opening track, which is Ain't Equal. Ain't Equal to me, I feel like she was trying to give the same kind of intro vibe that she gave with What the Fuck I Want from Tina Snow and Realer from Fever. But I don't feel like she delivered as well as she did for those other two songs. Like the bars, the delivery just ain't equal. But it's still a good song at the end of the day. Just I feel like she was trying to make a WFI Want Part 2 or a Realer Part 2. She didn't deliver in that degree, but it's still a good song nonetheless. Savage, her second song. I like the first verse. I'm not a big fan of the hook, and this is something I've complained a lot when it comes to Megan. I feel like her hooks, she needs to be more creative for her hooks. I feel like her hooks are usually very basic. I'm not a big fan of that. Her second verse got kind of annoying to me. It was still good, but it just got a little bit annoying because she kept going, ooh, ah. Those sounds that she made, she kept doing them after every line, and after a while it just got annoying to me. In Captain Hook, I think that this is one of the better songs on her EP. I really like it, but it gives me Cupcake vibes, but of course less explicit. For people who don't know, Cupcake is a rapper. Also sounds a little bit to me like the Sally Freestyle, one of her older songs. And she had a lot of dope fun bars like Mr. Clean, Make My Pussy Bean, or You Woke Up Mad at Me for You Brush Your Teeth. um also Not a Stylist, but I'll Push Your Wig Back. I really like Captain Hook. And then the fourth track is Hit My Phone. Hit My Phone to me was very basic. I know she was trying to hit us with some old school vibes, but I just feel like it didn't really do much. It was just it's not a bad song, but it just didn't do anything for the EP. The feature by Kalani, who I really love. I really love Kalani, but I don't feel like she really did anything for the song. Then we have B.i.t.c.h. We all know B.i.t.c.h. When it came out, I didn't really like it. But the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. At first, I didn't like it because I'm not down with any man calling me a B.i.t.c.h., especially not someone I'm dating. No. And plus, I'm not a big fan of Megan's singing. Once I got over her singing, I appreciated the song for what it was. So I really enjoy B.i.t.c.h. now. But no man better still not call me a B.i.t.c.h., especially if I'm dating you. That's all I know. And then we have Rich. Rich is also one of the better songs in my opinion, on the EP. I feel like Rich and Captain Hook are the best two songs on the EP. Then we have Stop Playing featuring Gunna and Crying in the Car. Those two songs, in my opinion, are the worst songs on the EP. I don't think she should ever do auto-tune ever again. I don't like it. It just didn't do it for me. What I Need was okay to me. It was a cute little bop. Once again, I'm not a big fan of Megan singing, but I appreciated the song for what it was. But it wasn't all that. So overall, the EP was okay. It was nothing special. All this hype for all this label drama just to give us an okay EP to me. was not a good idea. I feel like she should have paused on that and waited until she dropped her album, because then it would have been a bigger hype behind it, and hopefully she would have delivered better songs. But she didn't. She decided to drop a EP to, I guess, feed her fans. But to me, it's just okay. It's just okay. So we'll see what she gives for this album. Hopefully it's better and there's more versatility, no auto tune, more vulnerability. Hopefully the hooks are more creative, more clever, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. So let me know what you think about this whole label situation. Let me know if you liked her EP Sugar. What was your favorite song on there? And like, subscribe. Peace.